Hey, it's Carl here, and we're live. Today, I think I'm doing this solo. I don't think there's anybody coming on here with me today, but we want to talk about inspiration and engagement with your business. Okay, you know, every single day, and I get asked these questions about well, how do you do things on social media? And we've got a great team of trainers, in Alex Zubrev and Michael Martin and John Oakes and many others, David Weber, Jason Majou, all kinds of others that are out there that come in and help with the mental mindset that it takes to build a business online. And one of the things are, and I'll show some examples, I guess, here in a second about social media, but they do talk about selecting one source to work with, and that is so true. Myself, I'm able to work multiple ones. I use some software and stuff that helps me out with that, but you need to focus on your engagement, and when you're going to do that, you need to make sure that you're absolutely highly focused on responding. Okay, that's the big thing. So many people get involved in businesses online today, and the one thing that they keep telling me, and you're probably getting the same thing, is that, well, how much time do I have to put into things? Do I have to talk to people? And it's kind of mind-boggling because in order for you to be successful in pretty much anything, you have to engage with the people that you're going to work with, okay, or potentially work with. Myself, I never get involved in anything unless I actually talk to who my potential sponsor would be, okay? And Alex Zubrev is my sponsor in Empowered Network. And, he does a very good job of being a sponsor. He makes sure that I'm engaged all the time in everything that's going on. He makes sure that I'm plugged into all my resources that I need to have, and he continually sends me messaging, whether it's through email or whether it's through Skype, whatever it is. He's constantly keeping engaged with me. And this is why this is a guy who has made $1 million plus in Empowered Network. You have guys like Michael Martin and John Oakes who are, six-figure earners in here. And we have so many that are potential and getting up to that earning potential. Now, is this going to be typical of everybody in this company? No. In a matter of fact, it's not typical at all. It's only typical of those that put in the hard work and that are willing to do whatever it takes to get there. I have people that connect with me on a regular basis as well, even some of my downlines, saying, do I have to buy these products? Well, this is what I tell everybody. When I had a brick and mortar business, in order for me to sell my products, I had a sports card store. So in order for me to sell my sports cards and my non-sports cards, I actually had to open up boxes so I knew what the heck I was selling. Okay. The worst thing that can happen to you is when potential customers come in wanting to know everything they can about the product that they're going to buy from you, and you can't tell them a thing, not a thing. That's going to tell them that, you're not taking your business that seriously, or, you're fresh and new and that you shouldn't be, maybe promoting what you're promoting unless you actually know what you're promoting. Okay. And this is where engagement is so important, not just with the people in your business, but with the people of the business you're working with, such as, I'm going to talk about Empower Network today. Okay. As an example, I mean, this could be any business out there, but I'm going to talk about what we have because I'm highly impressed with this company. This is my second time around back with this company, and I'm back here for a reason. It's because they have grown so much in 4 years. In my opinion, they're 100 times better than they were when I was first with them 2 years ago. And, and now the engagement they have, they do live trainings, and their trainings are from the beginner stage all the way up to the seasoned veteran stage. It all depends on where you want to be in your business. And when you look at the way that they do their business, You know, they're on social media, you know, especially on Facebook, and the engaging posts that they do every day. Okay, they're constantly engaging and giving real valued posts. You know, they talk about, like today, they had a compliance post, you know, which is very, very important. And very few companies actually talk about compliance, which actually shocks the heck out of me. You know, I was involved in quite a few companies that they'd never even talked about compliance. And, you know, that's a shocker considering that companies can be shut down in the snap of a finger for being non-compliant. Okay, high fines can be given out. People can go to jail. Okay, because of not following compliancy. And now this company goes out and they do stuff like this. You know, the other day they put out, you know, I can't remember what it was, 15. I think it was 15 or 13 real good impact tips to blogging. Okay. And again, you know, one of their core products is a blog. And the thing of value that they give out is they're constantly showing how to get valued engagement and valued reach out to the people that you need to reach, into the targeted niches, and that it takes to draw the prospects to you, to create your sales, to create you an income. But it all boils down to this, folks. You know, if you're not going to take the initiative to go out there and engage with the people. Now, I understand there's some people that are quite new to this, and you know, when we say, hey, go out there and engage, it can really, really take a toll on you, because you know, maybe you don't have the self-confidence yet to do that. Well, this is where, at least in Empower Network, we have an advantage, because we have a lot of people who are there to help coach you and create and help mindset, like mold your mindset that's in there, and to help you learn how to engage. Now, we also have a system where we have some follow-up that's in there. We also have the training, especially with our team training. I mean, Empower Network has it too, but we also have our own personal training, that when you have that kind of a weakness, you know, what you do is you bring those people to these what we call our masterminds. Okay, and this allows you to, some of them is just the members only, and then some of them are for members and guests, and allows you to bring people, to give them an introduction to basically an overall view of what we're all about. This saves you, you know, the heartache of trying to first of all, get up the guts to go and talk to somebody, because, you know, again, some people, they don't have that in them quite yet. Okay, and it's just a matter of being molded at that point. And this is why we have what we have in place. We've got things like this that I run, you know, for my team, and I also invite others within our team consistency. In that umbrella, you know, I allow them to come in and participate with these, so we can help people, you know, get a good overall understanding, you know, show them that we do have the engagement that's there. We do have the support system in there, the mentoring, the coaching, all that sort of stuff, because this is all part of a package when you're doing business. You know, when you think about this, when you go out and you get a job someplace, you know, I've talked about this before. You go out and you get a job, and it's free to get a job. So you go out and you find a job, and it's free to get a job, right? And then when you get your job, what happens is that job is going to train you on whatever the job aspect, the aspects of your job are. Okay, so they're going to teach you on whatever it is that you need to do with your job with that company. Now, sometimes the company might send you away for that training, okay? But regardless, they're not going to charge you for that training, okay? And this is the mentality that a lot of people have. Oh, you know, the company's going to pay for all that, okay? Well, see, there's a catch behind all that too. You know, the company is going to hire you for free. They're going to train you for free, but they're not going to pay you for free, okay? They're going to require that you put in 40 to 44 hours or more a week before they're willing to pay you anything. And a lot of times when you join a company, they're going to make you wait 3 weeks before you get your first paycheck. And why is that? You know why it is? because most people have the mentality, just like when they come to the internet, that if they don't like it, they're gone within 3 weeks. Okay. And that's why that's in place. Okay. Because they're actually weeding you to see if actually you're going to be a fit stay for the company. Okay. Now, in network marketing, it's a little bit different because in that scenario, you're an actual employee. Okay. You're actually making other people money when you're doing that. You're making other people rich when you go and work for other people. Okay. But they're still going to make sure that you do all the work or they're not going to pay you. If you don't show up for work one day, they're going to dock you that pay for that day. Okay. You don't show up for a week, you're going to lose a week's pay. That's how simple it is. Now, let's put you on the other side as an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, now you're the so-called boss. You're going to hire affiliates to work for you, to work with you, okay, to create an income together. Okay, that's how our industry works. Okay, you're like the store owner. You've got to go out and you've got to make the sales in order to get paid. If you don't make any sales, you're not going to get paid. It's that simple. Okay, so it's unfortunate that, you know, it's over 90% of the people on the internet have the mentality that they can come to our industry and still think like an employee. And those are the ones that never make any money. Okay? Because they haven't grasped the concept that they're the actual business owner and that it's all reliant on what you do. So getting back to engagement, if you don't engage with your customers or your prospects, whatever you want to call it, if you're not engaging with them and giving them reason to buy from you, you're not going to make a sale. So why do we do what we do online? Why do we do social media? Okay. And social media is, and I mentioned this on my last hangout, is microblogging. Okay. It could be vlogging, which is video blogging. Okay. Or just doing random posts. Sorry, you know, so random posts every day, you know, geez. That allows you to, you know, express your feelings. Maybe you want to share some inspiration. You know, you see all kinds of things that are shared, and you can find this stuff on the internet. And let me just show you what I do. Okay, and maybe this will help out a little bit for you to just get some thinking going on in what you're going to do. What I do to prep for my day. Okay, so I'm going to go to the internet and I'm going to type in inspiration pics. Okay, I just go to Google and I type in inspiration pics. Okay, so I will go and I will look at all kinds of inspiration pic images, and you know, I'll look and see which ones are suitable for what I want to do. You know, like, don't wait for the perfect moment, take the moment and make it perfect. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll click on it and then I'll right click and I'll save it. You know, I'll go save as, and I'll just type perfect moment. I'll just save it to, you know, to my standard pics folder. Okay. So I got daily pics in here, and these are the different things that that I save, right? And I will go out there. I've got hundreds and hundreds of these things, and you know, you want to post them at least 1 or 2 a day on your timelines, and you know, even do group postings with that sort of thing, because what it does is it brings people to think a little bit. You know, last night we had a team mastermind, and you know, I shared something on there with everyone. Let me just close this and refresh, because I want to get onto my Facebook. I just did a post on here. Okay, I just posted a video, and I'm going to talk about that in a second as well. So, you know, what I talked about was how people are like, they're like sheep. You know, I don't like to actually say stuff like that, but you know, it's unfortunate that's what they are, right? And the reason I'm saying that is because, you know, as an example, we went to a hockey game the other night. Okay, we went and saw our home team, Oilers, go and play a hockey game. And, you know, you're sitting in there, there's 18,000 people sitting in that Coliseum. And the only time you hear the crowd go wild is when it shows up on the board to cheer, you know, get loud. And then everybody starts screaming. And then after that goes off the board, then everybody's quiet. You know, you would think that we would get excited on our own without having been told to do something. And it's funny because our industry is just like that as well. We've got to be told when to go and do something. You know, this is why when you're going to do a post online, let me just go and show some of my posts, okay, just as an example, okay? You know, here's one I just did. I just finished doing this. You know, how serious are you about making money online? I'm as serious as a heart attack. Are you? Maybe listen to what I have to say. I got to tell them to go and listen to this. You know, if I don't tell them to go and listen to this, they're probably not going to listen to it, okay? You know, I have other things that I put on my wall where I say, you know, ask me for, just hang on, my phone is ringing here and I can't stop it here. Okay. Here's another thing. You know, how invested are you in your business? Are you invested in yourself? See what I have to say and let me know your thoughts. And what I do is I send them to my blog. Okay. But I got to tell them to go there, because if I don't, they're just going to look at this and they're going to scroll by. You see, here's another one. I got to ask them to send info now, because if I don't, they're not going to do anything. You understand? So, you know, you have to, this is why when they talk on our masterminds and that, they're telling everybody, you know, you've got to do, you know, action. You got to put, you know, action posts. Okay. So people take action. And if you're not going to tell them to click the button or ask for a link or click the link or whatever it is, there's a good chance they're not going to do anything. And it's really funny, but this is what you've got to do. And it's the same thing in sending out inspirational posts. You know, you got to put a post out there, because a lot of people will get depressed during the day. They'll get depressed over and over and over again. And a lot of times what you've got to do is you've got to go and send them some inspiration to get them out of their funk, right? Because people just can fall into a funk really easy. So, you know, what you want to be able to do is get them out of that funk. And when you do, they're going to thank you for that in different ways. You know, maybe they're going to, you know, start responding back to you. Maybe they're going to become one of your followers. And then at some point in time, they're going to click that link, click that button, and they're going to get involved with you. Now, you know, one of the big things that I do that I've been very, very successful with, and I shared this with the team on a hangout not too long ago, is, you know, the one thing that I always do with people is I'm constantly, geez, all these kind of videos are kind of distracting me. Okay. What I do is I get people to get onto Skype with me. So when I'm engaging with people, you know, if I have someone who's, let's say, you know, I don't know if I have anything here. I'm just going to refresh and see if I've got anybody, you know, requesting to be a friend or anything like that. I just did all my friend requests. I should have saved them. Okay. So what'll happen is if someone wants to become my friend on here, I have a standard, response that I text to everybody. Let me just find it here. Hang on. Okay. I have, you know, thanks for connecting. Add me to Skype. My Skype is this. Check out my blog for added marketing info. Here's my blog. Have an awesome day. Right. And you know what happens? You know, I will get about 60 to 70% of the people will add me to Skype. Okay. I immediately tell people to add me to Skype. Why do I want to do that? Okay. Well, it's very simple. You know, I do 90% of my business closing on Skype, because what I do is I get them on Skype with me, and then I start an engagement with them, and I ask them, you know, what they're doing, and they tell me what they're doing. They'll ask me what I'm doing, and I tell them what I'm doing. And I go, you know, I'd like to actually see if I could share something with you. Would you mind if I did that? And a lot of them would say, yeah, sure. And say, look, I'm not going to try and pitch or sell you. I just want to show you why I'm involved with this company. And I'll go and I'll take them for a tour of my back office. So I'll go into, you know, Empower Network, and I'll go through under the products, and I'll pull up all products. Okay, let me just do that. Okay, so I'll show you exactly what I do on here. And it's amazing what happens when people see this. Okay, so I'm just going to log into my back office here. Okay, and I'm going to go to the products, and I'm going to view all the products. And what I do is I'll go and I'll take them for a tour. Like I won't go through the blogging stuff. I'll just show you, okay, this is the blog, and I'll show you the blog last. And then I'll go through and I'll start showing them the inner circle, and I'll show them all the different audios that they get, right? Then I'll go back and I'll show them top producer. Okay, so I'll go in and I'll go, look, this is the kind of stuff you get. And it's really cool. You see that we've got our own study course that's here with it. Okay, we've got audios or videos. And look, I'll even launch one of the videos and I'll show them. I'll say, look, this is just part of the kind of the stuff, the attitudes and beliefs. This is the mindset and stuff you're going to get. So I'll go through this and I'll show this for maybe 10 seconds so they see this. Then I'll go back and I'll show them another one from the team builder. Okay. And I'll go in there and I'll say, look, see, we have the study guide. We take you through a course. We're literally teaching you everything, and this one here, it's concepts you must understand to build a business. So you know what? I'll click on a video. I'll bring it up. And again, I will take them for about 10, 15 seconds through them. And I'll do that with each product. And by time I'm done, sometimes I don't even get to the last. I don't even get through the products. They go, you know what? I could use this for my business. And I says, of course you can. That's why we have it. This is built for people to use to build their businesses with. Okay? I mean, you could build an Empower Network business with it, or you can use these tools to build any other business. And that's how I sell the business. I sell it both ways. I says, look, you can make a very, very good income with this. I mean, although results aren't typical, you could make a lot of money, you can make a little bit of money. It all depends on what you put into it. And it's just like your other business. You could make a little bit or a lot with that, depending on what you put into it. And there, what I'm doing is I'm inspiring them a little bit too about what they need to do for their own business. I'm sharing a lot of value with people. And this is where things are going to become very, very strong for you in your business if you go out and you start sharing a little bit on social media. I don't know if that's making a lot of sense to you, but and don't think it's a lot of work, because it's not. It's still work. And you know what? There's going to be work in business. I'm not going to lie to you. This is not something where you sit back and you let the thing go all on automation. Imagine if everybody in the world went to work every day and sat at their desk and did nothing because their business was all on automation. Okay? Well, we know that won't happen, because you won't have a job to go to if it was all on automation, right? Make sense? So, in our industry here, if someone says, well, we have, what I do here, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to refer anybody. You don't have to recruit. You don't have to do any of that. Well, if that were true, how would you even have known about that company? Someone had to tell you about it, didn't they? Yes, they did. Someone had to go out and do some marketing, didn't they? Yes, they did. So if you don't have to go out and refer or recruit anybody, why would you go out and promote a link if you didn't have to do it? You see? What that is, it's a psychological anomaly they use to get you to do something but tell you you don't have to do it. Okay? I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's what that is. It's just, all it is psychology. Okay? And people will use all kinds of different tactics to get you to be involved in their business. They will, some of them will go to a point of deviance just to get money out of your wallet and into their pocket. I want to talk a little bit about that too, because, I do get a lot of people, as a matter of fact, I had a conversation with a gentleman the other day who actually was claiming that all I wanted to do was get $5,000 out of his pocket. And, I had to tell him, I said, look, I don't care if you spend a dime. It doesn't matter to me, because when you say no, there's going to be somebody else out there who actually will see the benefit of what I sell and what it will do for them. You can't get past that benefit yet. And that's why your thinking is telling me that all I want is your money. That's not the case. The actual case is I want to help you change your life financially. But in order to do that, I have to get you trained. And without you buying the products, I can't get you trained. And he goes, well, why don't you just train me? And I go, you can't afford me. I says, I'll train you if you want, but we're going to do probably a minimum of 4 hours a day. And I'm charging $250 an hour to do this. So up to you if you want to spend $1,000 a day for me to teach you. And I'm going to need at least 2 to 3 weeks to get you going. Okay. Or you could turn around and get trained by this company and do that, because I'm not going to take money out of my pocket to teach you for free because you're too damn lazy to go out and buy some education. Okay. So this is, you've got to be hard in this business because it's business. I did a post today and I was comparing, kind of what we do with the things that they do, like on shows like Shark Tank and Dragon's Den. These are millionaire and billionaires that allow you to come into their office and pitch them on their business, right? Now, with that pitch, these dragons or these sharks that are sitting there, they're going to be looking directly into your eye. They're going to be listening to every word you say because they want to know if you're passionate and driven about your business, because they're not going to spend a dime on your business unless they know that you're driven, that you have the passion to make that come to life. Okay? It's that simple. You have to think whenever you come into somebody else's living room or office, whatever it is, like when people come to me and they go, Carl, I'd love to get involved in your business. Okay. I put them through some grueling questions, actually. I will ask them, I go, are you invested in yourself? Are you invested in your business? And they'll go, well, what do you mean? If I was to go into business with you or allow you to come in and join me in my business, am I going to waste my time with you, or are you actually driven to do what you want to do? Okay. And I literally drill pretty much everybody that's in my business there. And if some of them are listening, that I do that. Okay. I want to know how driven you are. I want to know if you're here for the long haul, because it's like hiring somebody into your business. You don't want to hire somebody for 15 days or 30 days. You want to hire people so that they stick around for years. Okay. When you have a business, because it's costs you way too much money in production if people keep quitting your business. So in order for you to have constant production in your business, you've got to make sure that you're keeping your, in our case, affiliates happy. If it's a business, your employees. Okay. In our business, it's our affiliates. We've got to make sure that we keep them happy. And by doing that, that means that we keep coaching them and showing them what they need to do on a regular basis to get to where they need to be. Okay? We're here to inspire them. We're here to engage with them to make sure that they keep on the right track. Because as well as I do, people get distracted. If there's something they don't like, the first thing they want to do is go out the door. I actually help people out the door. The other day I had to, I have my own private Skype room where I do, I am engaging with my team. I'm giving them, reminding them of all the trainings and everything coming up, making sure they're getting on them all. And, I had some people, I was looking at my back office and I was looking at the list, and I saw a lot of people had missed their monthly subscription. Okay. So that's telling me that they're losing interest. So, I contacted all of them and I said, look, are you sticking around? Did you just forget to pay, or are you quitting? And a lot of them said they were quitting. So I started punting them out of my room. And And they go, well, why did you do that? I says, well, you quit. This is my business. If you're not here, I'm not sharing any of my valuable information with you anymore. You're done. Have a nice day. Right? Now, some of them are going to get pissed off at you, and they're going to say, well, fine. It's business. I'm not here to provide any kind of valued training for free for you. If you're not going to pay for it in one way or another, because that's how I get paid. I get paid when people are working in the business, and I get paid bits and pieces of what they make. That's how I get paid for providing my time, like this here, that I'm giving right now for this hangout. The personal one-on-ones I do with my team, whenever they need help, that sort of stuff. You don't get that if you don't stick around in my business. And quite frankly, you're never asked back after that. Once you leave, you're gone. Occasionally I'll give a second chance to somebody, but most cases, and which is funny, is two of these people that left my business the other day actually went and pitched me on another business. And I said to him, I says, why would I get involved with you in a business when you can't even stay involved for a month in my business? How do I know that if I join you there, you're gone in 2 weeks? Right? You see, this is where value is so important, and having the focus, determination, and passion for what you do. I think you can hear that in my voice. I'm very, very passionate about Empower Network in this company. I'll bend over backwards for this company because they've done that for me in the past, and I know they're going to do that for me now. Okay? I've got a team of tremendous upline that are there for me all the time. I connect with them all the time. As a matter of fact, Jason Majou just connected with me today, just seeing, how things were going, wondering if, I was going to be meeting him at the event and stuff like that. Alex, just, my sponsor, texted me today, giving me reminders about things. This is why we have such a powerful team. This is why we are dominating leaderboards. Okay? It's because we keep each other engaged. We keep each other focused. We keep the passion flowing. If you don't engage with your team, with your prospects, if you're not doing videos out there, and you need to be doing them, I don't care if you've never done them before and you feel weak on them. You know what? I have a video out there that shows me completely drenched in sweat. I mean, I don't even know where it is, but it's out there. Occasionally I'll come across it. It was my very first video I ever did. And I stuttered a lot, everything, because I was so nervous. And I got so many hits on that video. And I had people joining me because I was showing the passion I had for that company. And I didn't give up. Some people are just nervous. Don't be nervous. The most realistic video you can do are going to be the ones that get you the most responses, okay? Because people will see the genuine person that you are in those videos. Don't try and rehearse them. Don't sit there and rehearse the same video for 14 hours, okay? Just go out there and do it. And if things start to screw up, you go, oh, you know what? This is my first video, but I guess this is what's expected. And then you just keep going on and letting them know how you are in a natural way, okay? Because in our industry, especially our industry, and it goes for all, even offline industries, like, everything else, people will buy from you. People will join and become part of your business for who you are, not for who the company is. Sometimes for what the company is, but most of the time for who you are, because they want to work with someone who's genuine with them, okay? And, I can't stress that enough. And, talk about your passions. Michael Martin talked about that, and so did Alex the other day on that. And John Oakes has talked about that in the past as well. You've got to be yourself and show people how much you are in love with your business. If you're there just for the money, people will know that. They will hear it in your voice. They'll see it in your eyes. That's where you end up with those, what I call shark eyes, right? Where they can't actually see the color of your eyes. They just see black, right? Because all you can think about, those people, all they think about is the money. And you can't just think about the money. The money will actually come all on its own. You've got to think about what you can share with people, what kind of support and value you can give people, and so forth. And, you know, do these videos. I do a video every single day. Sometimes I do 2 or more a day. You know, I've done them consecutively for, I don't know how long. You know, I've got probably 1,500 videos out there. You know, because I do videos every single day. And I blog. You know, I miss blogging. I hadn't blogged for so long. Like I started blogging 10, 12 years ago. You know, when blogging first started hitting the market. And, you know, I blog every day because I find it's the best way to get my information and my passion out to people. Because, you know, a lot of people won't feel the passion in your writing. They want to see you. They want to look in your eyes. They want to hear your voice. They want to find out just how passionate you are. You know, is this just about the money, or is it about everything? Okay. And that's the importance of it. So I'm hoping that, you know, with what I shared with you here today was enough for you to, you know, if you've been thinking about this and that, to get back to whoever invited you to this hangout. Okay. Get back to them, talk to them, you know, just do it. Because if this person had enough time to give you information and send you to this hangout, or share this hangout if it's a recording with you, then at least give them your time and hear them out about this. Because you could be making a decision based on something you don't even know. And a lot of people do that. They will make decisions based on, you know, what they think they know and what they don't actually know. Okay? And this kind of training is absolutely what every single person in the industry needs, wants, and begs for. But there's so few that actually know about it. I mean, even after it's been around for 4 years, I bump into people all the time on the internet that have never heard of it. Look, there's, I don't know, 1.5 billion people online. How are they all going to hear about this? Right? So, you know, it's not everybody is going to be exposed to every single opportunity that's out there. There's tons that I had never heard of that are out there. And occasionally I come across them and go, I've never heard of that before, but it's been around for 2 or 3 years. You know, we don't know everything. We never see everything. And unless we share it with them, and like I said, Skype, that is a killer tool for you to engage with people, get them on a voice call. You know, if you want, go on a video call. That's what I do, so they can actually see I'm a real person and they can see the genuine passion that I have about my business. And then I'll go in and I'll share with them and I'll explain to them why I got involved with them. You know, you have to be in love with your business. You have to have a passion for it. Don't just let the money control you, okay? Because that's not going to do it for you, okay? You've got to have the passion for this. If you listen to Alex Z, you listen to Michael Martin, you listen to John Oakes, you listen to David Weber and Jason Majou and Tracy Walker, and the list could go on. I could be talking to all of them, David Wood, Lawrence Tam, all of these guys. When you listen to them, you can hear the passion they have. You know, Alex Zubrev would not have made $1.2 million if he didn't have passion. Michael Martin just hit the $500,000 mark, and he did most of that in the last 2 years. Do you think he would have got there if he didn't have the passion? Yeah, listen to that guy. He's freaking amazing. John Oakes, another guy who just knows his stuff. You know, and this is a guy who just finished having a major operation, and he got on our hangout yesterday from the hospital bed. I mean, that's devotion. That's passion. That kind of stuff, you know, it's hard to find people that have that. So many people in this industry, you know, you see them every day flashing the money all over the place and stuff like that. That's great. But you know what? It doesn't show me passion. That just shows me you're making a lot of money. It doesn't show me that you've got passion for that. It just shows me that you're making money. That's great. But, you know, stuff like that will come to an abrupt end at some point for you, because at some point people are going to go, I don't know if I want to work with that person because all I see is money there. I don't see anything else. And business is all about building long-term relationships to bring you to whatever level you need to, because you have to have these relationships in place if you're going to progress to the 6 and 7 figure earning level. You've got to have them in place. You know, watch shows like Shark's Tank and Dragon's Den and stuff like that. These people have Rolodexes for a reason. These are their contacts that's taken them years to build these relationships with. That is the gold mine of what they've built, okay? And it's the same thing what we have here in what we're doing. If you don't build these kind of relationships, if you don't engage with everyone, engage with your upline, get on Hangouts with your team, okay? Do that. Get on Hangouts with major teams. Like, you know, if you're in a major team like ours is Team Consistency and they hold our own Hangouts, you got to get on those things. You know, you've got to be engaged with everybody there, because if people don't see you participating in your business, they're going to feel that you may not be the fit for them, because they want to be working with somebody who's engaged with everything that's going on. And, you know, inspiration and engagement has to do with a lot of things. It's not just about making posts. It's about inspiring people to get from, you know, if they're down and out, inspiring them to say, look, there's a way around this. You can get out of this slump you're in, you know, and give them guidance and show them that you can do that. So I'm going to end it there because I could just go on and on and on, and I don't want to bore everybody to death. So I wanted to share that with you, okay? And I'm hoping that whoever shared this with you is going to get back, you'll get back to them, and you'll get their link to register and come on board. You know what? It's $7 for 14 days to trial it if you want, okay? If you're still that skeptical, you still are unsure about it, you know what? Tell them from me, Carl said this, okay? I need your link so I can come in and take a 14-day trial for $7. But what Carl told me to tell you to do is plug me into everything. I want to be able to get plugged into all of your team stuff. I want to see if you're going to do that for me, okay? So get them to plug you into everything. If you guys have a team chat on Skype, get them to plug you into that. If you guys are doing meetings and Hangouts that are for team-wide, get them to plug you into that. Make sure that they're emailing you and on their list. You demand that of them, okay? I'm telling you that. So that's what you're going to go out and do. You're going to say, Carl told me that you have to make sure that once I come in here and I become part of your team, that you're going to plug me into everything to show me that you actually care about me, okay? That's what you got to do. So whoever is your potential sponsor, even if you're already in and they're your sponsor and you're not getting plugged in, tell them you want to be plugged in, okay? Force the engagement upon them if you have to. Be their inspiration if you have to. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a great day.